Hey, how's it going? So I want to pick up from where I left off at in the last video. In the last video, I talked about the notion of how things started off rough. Things started off rough. However, there were some things that happened throughout my specific journey that allowed me to define what success is and kind of just go after the thing that I call success. Inside of the Haitian American networking group, what I'm seeing is I'm seeing individuals who have had things that they've tried in the past that has not worked. However, they didn't give up. So the theme of this specific video is that you don't give up, because essentially there's going to be some things that you're going to try that just would not work. So essentially, I want to talk to you about the thing that I tried, or the thing that I've tried that has not worked. In the last video, I talked about the notion of my first definition of success was to get a good job, to get a good paying job, and be able to kind of just put myself in a position to be comfortable. However, later down the line, as I discussed in the previous video, and there's going to be a link somewhere, on this page, on this channel, whereby you can go ahead and take a look at the previous video, Rough Times. And essentially, I started to kind of just define success differently. I said, you know what? People who are successful also have businesses. So if people who are successful also have businesses, how can I become a business owner? So that's the question I started to kind of just ask of myself. And when I said that to myself, one of the first things I said is that I want to go into a business that I think is evergreen, and a business that I feel as though is going to be around for a very long time. And the category of business that I decided on was a dating website. The dating website was called Admire Dance. I wanted to be different, and the way that I wanted to be different is that I wanted to provide a platform for individuals who like to dance. So think about the individuals who desire to go out dancing, but they don't want to go out dancing by themselves. So if those specific individuals do not want to go out dancing by themselves, how can I provide them with a specific platform whereby they can meet an individual and go to a nightclub with that specific individual, so that way they're not lonely and they already have a partner? So that is the business I decided that I wanted to go into. So because that was the business I wanted to go into, that business required an online platform, an online website to be more specific, and a app, right? So I'm not a coder, I'm not a website type of guy. So I decided that I was going to hire someone to build that specific platform for me. I hired someone, I paid close to $30,000. The website had a lot of bells and whistles. Individuals had the ability to upload videos, send videos, chat. There was just so many different things that individuals can do via that specific platform. It took the individual that was doing the coding about 1.5 to 2 years to get everything up and running and to get everything live. As you can imagine, when the launch date came, I was extremely excited, because here I am, I am accomplishing my goal of becoming a business owner. So the website launch, I'm extremely excited. So the question was, okay, what is the next thing? Once you have a business, what is the next thing you need to do? And the next thing you need to do is you need to try to get members. You need to get as many people to know about your business as possible. And at the time, I went with what I knew from a marketing standpoint. So from a marketing standpoint, what I saw from a marketing standpoint is I saw that individuals were using business cards, and they were going out and they were trying to find their customers. In my case, I was trying to find members. Because my website was about dating and dancing, one of the things I did is I think I ordered them close to about 20,000 business cards. And via those specific business cards, I went to nightclubs, so various nightclubs in my local area, to try and pass out my business cards to try and get as many members as possible. That was my goal, right? However, that didn't work out too well, to be honest with you. There was a lot of rejects, and I was approaching a lot of specific individuals that did not have such interest. So when that specific thing didn't work, right? So going with the theme of not giving up, I didn't give up. I tried social media, right? So at the time, I didn't know much about social media marketing. I just knew that, hey, I can go into groups. I knew that I can go ahead and pass out my link, my website link to as many people as possible via social media. So that's the thing that I did. I kept trying social media. I think I tried social media for months, and I only had a handful of people that signed up. It was just not viable at all. So, going with the theme of not giving up again, I had to kind of just take a step back and say, okay, what do real businesses do to try and get customers and clients from a marketing standpoint? So the aha moment I had at that time was that they hire an individual or a company that already knows how to do marketing. Because obviously I had failed at my attempts at marketing, right? It didn't work, and I was kind of just spinning my wheels. So I hired a company. And that company was going to be doing some search engine optimization stuff for me. The individual said, hey, you know what? This search engine optimization stuff will take time. I said, okay, that's fine. I'm okay with waiting, right? I understand anything worth having may require some patience. So I waited around this individual, collected all of the information, and did all of the checks and balances. And I waited for about 1.5 years, and I didn't get any results whatsoever. So I decided, you know what, maybe going with the theme of not giving up, right? Because this was my dream. I said, maybe I hired the wrong company. Maybe I just didn't do, from a checks and balances standpoint, I didn't do the right thing. I hired the wrong company. So I didn't want to give up. So I went ahead and hired the second company. The second company, I did my due diligence a lot more at that point. I reviewed that specific company, and the company that I hired, that company was very well known, and it was ran by an individual that was very well known in the marketing industry. So you know what, from the onboarding process, you can just tell that things were going to be different. So everything was a lot smoother, and everything was a lot more cared for as it relates to the onboarding process. So I provide this specific individual in their company all of the information they needed, and then they were kind of just they started the process. The thing that I did differently, that time, there was a sort of to kind of just read some materials and buy some courses as it relates to marketing. So I started to kind of just get my hands a little bit more dirty as well in terms of learning marketing. Although I had hired the second marketing company, and in learning marketing, I learned how to evaluate and analyze my specific website at the time. So I was going through the course, and the course was talking about, hey, you need to analyze and evaluate your specific website. So I only had one website at the time, one business at the time. So that's what I decided to do. I decided that I was going to review and evaluate my specific website. So in evaluating my specific website, it turned out that the second company who I trusted and I felt as though was going to do a lot better job, it turned out that those specific individual had indexed a whole lot of pages via Google that they should not have. They had indexed a whole bunch of junk pages. They had indexed close to 200 junk pages. And that was a big no-no, right? Because if I'm trying to get search results, I want to provide Google with accurate and clean information. Unfortunately, this company had not done that. So I emailed the company owner and said, hey, this is a big no-no. Your company indexed a whole bunch of bad pages. And it turns out that the individual that they had turned my account to was a newer individual. That individual did not have the specific skill set. So company number 2 actually set me back a lot further. Right. So company number 1 didn't do a good job, and company number 2 left me with a lot of stuff that I needed to clean up. So from a cleanup standpoint, it took me close to a year in order to clean up all of the junk pages and all of the junk that the second company had created. So essentially, those are the things that's how my business venture, started off. That was my goal. My goal was to be in business. However, it was just definitely a rough start. Going with the theme of not giving up, I didn't give up though, right? So company number 1 didn't work. Company number 2 did not work. From a marketing standpoint, my goal was still to be a business owner. That was indeed still my goal. So I did not give up. I plan on keeping these specific videos short, so I will let you know in the next video precisely what I did in order to kind of just continue that specific journey, because I didn't want to give up. That wasn't my goal. And my thing is that if you are a business owner, whatever it is that you're doing, right, you're going to hit some roadblocks. I can guarantee you anything that's worthwhile is going to definitely come with their specific challenges. So my thing to you is that, you shouldn't give up, right? If it's your specific dream and if it's your goal, you should not give up. One of the things that I'm seeing inside of the Haitian American Networking Group is that individuals are encouraging each other or supporting each other. So from an encouragement standpoint, these specific individuals may have tried things, right? Whether it be businesses or other projects they've tried that has not worked, right? Even though it hasn't worked, these individuals, what they're doing is they're surrounding themselves around specific individuals that can go ahead and encourage them and support them to keep going. I invite you to join that specific group. It's specific to Haitian American. It's a Haitian American networking group. There's going to be a link somewhere on this page, and the link is going to allow you to join this specific group. I will continue this specific dialogue in the next video, so I'll see you in the next video.